It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw, it's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
As Sanders with a carry on 1st down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake. Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Niners. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing is Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles add on to their lead. It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. They run with Sanders off the option. And he's got some space here. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 59 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off of play action, here's Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Greg Ward deep for Philadelphia. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Sponge. No. Hey, number 28, check in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's Benjamin with a catch. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Time go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Rush in. Check 99.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing his lance on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return is Ward. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's Sanders. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 76 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's given us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 36. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. An option handoff given to Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Lance. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And we'll see if that pick-6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. throwing after the interception. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Lance. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Tight end right. We got three, fellas. We got yellow.
Now Lance. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
and they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now a 2nd down and 6. Back to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Looking to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Wander on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 34. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 7 yards the pickup there. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Tight is right. 3 down, 3 down.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance, this one out left to the tight end Burton. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Tight is on White. 3 down. 3 down. 3 down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Strong right. 3 down. 3 down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun now for Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Working from the gun, Lance. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Touchdown, Eagles! Quez Watkins, 50 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.